Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel. I hope you are all really well. I thought I would just do a brief update and catch up because it's been a bit patchy over the last few weeks, and I know in one of my previous videos I had a comment about updating you a bit more promptly, and yeah, I just thought I would just keep you informed on what's going on, because I have had some really lovely messages over on Instagram just checking in, and I just thought actually I haven't really checked in properly for a few weeks. I have put up a couple of vlogs recently, and I did another haul because I had some requests for hauls again, but I haven't really given you an idea of kind of like what's going on in terms of my cancer journey and also my weight loss journey. So if you are new here, hello, welcome. My name's Leanne. I am a mum of two boys. They are 5 and 7, and I'm 40. My intentions were to be my healthiest self in my 40s. And so I started a pretty epic weight loss journey. Actually, I've just hit 1 year mark. So 1 year ago, I started that journey with Slimming World, and I was doing really well. I had lost nearly 5 stone. And then in December, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had a stage 2 invasive lobular carcinoma, and so I had a lumpectomy and a sentinel node biopsy in January, and so I'm now actually 2 months. So I had my surgery on the 5th of January and today's the 6th of March, so I'm 2 months post-surgery now, and I've now moved on to radiotherapy treatment. Just want to say as well, if you are a long-term viewer and you're coming back to watch my videos, thank you so very much. It really does mean the world, and I will be back to regular upload schedule as soon as I possibly can, just like I did prior to December. Yes, so I'm halfway through radiotherapy now. So basically I am having 23 sessions of radiotherapy. So I basically go to the hospital every day, excluding weekends. So I get weekends off, but every weekday I go for treatment at the hospital. I am doing an actual vlog about the radiotherapy. It's almost like a daily check-in, update, side effects and products and all that kind of thing, really, for anyone who might be about to go through it or might be supporting someone who's going to go through it, and just to kind of give you an idea of how it progresses and things like that. So that will go up at the end of this month, roughly, as long as I get it edited. It will go up at the end of March. My final treatment day is the 22nd of March. So I think that the treatment is going well. I am feeling tired. If I look, I mean, it might be showing actually. I'm not functioning properly today. I feel like the last 4 or 5 days, probably 4 days, I think I really got hit with it on Friday. So this is probably the 4th day where I am experiencing fatigue, like not just a little bit tired, I'm shattered. But with all of that said, I'm actually not sleeping too well. So it could just be that I'm not sleeping well. It's that time of the month. I mean, you know, I don't sleep well during that time. So it could be completely unrelated to the radiotherapy, but I am feeling really tired, and I'm juggling a lot of balls. You know, I work, so at the moment I am still working. I start work in the morning, I have my radiotherapy treatment, so I go to the hospital, do that, and then I go back to work. I finish work at 2. I then go to walk to the school to get my boys. We come home, it's all chaos. I'm sure if you've got young children or you've had young children, you'll understand. It's pretty chaotic. And then we have to do obviously reading, homework. Bedtime in itself takes an age to do. So yeah, I'm feeling like I'm just kind of keeping everything, just keeping everything in the air, but it really won't take very much for me to get knocked, and I have had a couple of occasions actually where I've felt like something has gone a bit wrong and it's made me extremely tearful, and it's felt like the end of the world, like something that I would normally just, I don't want to say brush off, but I would normally just, deal with and move on, has been the end of my world for that day. And it's, made me feel just terrible and tearful all day. And I've had that happen twice now. And I think it is just because I'm keeping everything just, at a certain level, but I can't really take any more. So if something in my schedule doesn't go how it should, it's going to be a big thing for me, whereas normally it wouldn't be. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm in a bit of pain, nothing major. My skin is pink, well, a bit purple actually, but it's not feeling burning or anything that I kind of expected yet. I must say, I've only had 11 treatments, so I've got another 12 to go. But so far, the rest of the side effects are fairly minimal. I would just say I have actually had some random things happen to my hair. I'm not sure if that's anything to do with the treatment or not, but like I can't even see them now. But I've got like lots of little, almost like, can you see that? Almost like little hairs, which I imagine is where my hair is broken or something. I don't know what's happened there, but they keep being really obvious. Sorry, I just sneezed. Yeah, they are quite obvious, so I'm not sure if that's anything to do with the treatment or not. But other than that, I am doing well, and I just need to get through the next couple of weeks and probably 2 or 3 weeks after the treatment finishes for the worst of the side effects, if I'm going to get any more side effects, for the worst of it to be done with. I'm told 2 to 3 weeks, and it should have all peaked and started to come down a bit. Then I have the decision about taking Tamoxifen. So I was prescribed, or I have been prescribed Tamoxifen for 5 years. I thought the doctor said 10, but in the letter that he sent me on follow-up, it said 5. But I haven't made a decision yet on whether I'm actually going to take that. In one of my previous videos, I did say that the statistics shocked me, which they did, because my oncologist told me that me taking the Tamoxifen would be statistically 1 in 100 would be prevented from recurrence if I took the medication. So I was quite shocked by that, because I thought, because my cancer was positive for estrogen and progesterone, that would have a much greater impact than 1 in 100. But last week I had a review with the lady who looks after me through radiotherapy treatment, and I spoke to her about it, and she said what it is one, they take my specific cancer, my age, me as a person, and if there were 100 of me and my type of cancer and all of that, then 1 in 100 would get a prevention of recurrence from taking the tablets. But what I didn't realise was that everyone's statistics are different, because it's based on your individual circumstances. So yeah, 1 in 100 really, to me, makes me question whether it is worthwhile taking these tablets, because there are risks with these tablets. So from the research I've done, I believe there's an increased risk of stroke and womb cancer. And when I asked my oncologist whether there was any kind of tests to monitor for that, he said no. I would just have to be really vigilant on symptoms. And my thoughts on that is that symptoms of womb cancer appearing is when it's at a more advanced stage. I could be completely wrong, but from my own experience with that, from family members, it's been at a more advanced stage. So I am just in two minds, because I do appreciate that there is a chance it could prevent recurrence. And yeah, so I'm in a real quandary about that. I've got the tablets, they're in the cupboard. I'm not doing anything until after radiotherapy, but I do have to make a decision. Maybe I might just try them and see, because if the side effects are too great, it would make the decision for me. And I have heard that the side effects are pretty rough. Speaking of which, the oncologist did say to me, well, his actual words were, you will gain weight when you take these tablets. I'm someone that would go, oh, all right then, you've set me a challenge. But also I know that from what I've been going through the last 2 months, my body is definitely dealing with food and weight loss and stuff in a very different way. So I can just tell, by how I look and things. I mean, I do look a little bit of a mess from my surgery, and obviously that is that's just how it is. There's nothing I can do about that. But I definitely noticed that like my tummy was a bit, I don't know, it was a bit more after my surgery, and a few weeks after it was a bit more wobbly, a bit more pronounced. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just holding on to a bit of water, and yeah, I think my body is just going through a lot. I think the thing with radiotherapy is that it's kind of like a invisible treatment. There's no visible signs that you're having it. So you've got no wound, you can't even see the treatment. It's virtually silent, it's virtually invisible. Obviously I'm laying in a machine, but you don't see the zapping, for want of a better word. And you're just literally relying on your body to just tell you how you're feeling and what you can manage and things like that. And it's really hard because, I got told by quite a few people in the hospital that fatigue was going to be one of the main side effects. Because I got told that, you kind of overthink it, and I'm a busy person. I have a really hectic life, and I'm very often tired anyway. So, my tiredness could just be me overthinking it and thinking, I'm really tired from the treatment. And yeah, it does mess with your head a little bit. Obviously, my skin's a bit purple, and but I don't walk around showing people that. So yeah, it's a bit strange. So I'm just trying to listen to my body, and yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I don't really get the opportunity to have downtime, and it might be that I need to take some time away from work. I just don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of in that sort of middle stage at the moment, but halfway through, and I'm feeling really positive. I'm coping well with it, and just going to the hospital every day is exhausting in itself, but they're also absolutely lovely at the hospital. They are so caring and friendly, and they really look after you, and yeah, I really can't complain at all. So my ankles are clicking. Honestly, the amount of videos I've got on my channel where I move my foot, my ankles click, and I'm like, oh God, I'm getting old. So weight loss. Well, I am very up and down at the moment. I am not trying to lose weight per se. It's really difficult. Do you know what? I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't want to go into spring particularly any heavier than I am now. Overall, since my lowest weight, which I was at around about the time before I had surgery. In fact, my lowest weight was probably the week before Christmas, actually. So between then and now, I've gained overall 6 pounds. I do have to factor in that at the moment, I have got fluid that's accumulated around where I had my lumpectomy that has actually solidified. So my lumpectomy actually healed really well, because I had to have 2 separate incisions, one for my lymph nodes, which is there, and then my lumpectomy was done right because my lump was right low down, and that really healed so well. I never got any pain. I didn't get any problems from my lumpectomy at all. until probably about three to 4 weeks post-surgery, and I developed this big lump of fluid, and it's now kind of solidified is what they've said. So I've still got the lump, but it's gone kind of hard and bumpy, and yeah, basically it's kind of turned into scar tissue is what the lady who I saw last week seemed to think. Anyway, I've been referred to someone who specialises in scar tissue and massage to reduce that, because they've said that this lump will be broken down and it will go, but how long that's going to take I don't know. So whenever I get an appointment through to see this lady, they reckon it will be a few weeks before I get an appointment. Hopefully I'll get a bit more information about that then. So anyway, the weight of that is fairly significant, so I need to factor that in. But my eating is definitely up and down. I'm trying to focus on really healthy, nutritious foods. However, I'm going to be completely honest, the last few days I've not had much of an appetite. I've pretty much not been eating proper evening meals. I'm just so tired come the evening. So what I'm trying to do is get a really good portion of a variety of fruit in a sort of late morning breakfast with maybe some cereal, yogurt, or some plant-based milk. And yeah, so I'm trying sort of blueberries, blackberries, pomegranate if I've got some raspberries, just to try and get a good portion. And then I kind of add some seeds to that, pumpkin seeds or something, just to sprinkle on top. And then come late afternoon, I'm not really sticking to a set meal plan. So I'm still cooking for my family. But then once they're sitting down to eat, I just go and flake on the sofa. And I'm tending to eat things like toast, and like I try and eat some eggs because they're really, they're really good for me. So I get some, I do invest in the eggs, and I get really local, good quality ones where I can anyway. And yeah, I'll happily have those with some toast and some mushrooms or something like that. But yeah, I'm not eating like that every day, but the last couple of days have been challenging. So yeah, in terms of my weight, it's just up and down. I'm not really gaining now. It's kind of evened out, and actually I need to keep my weight at kind of whereabouts it is now, because I've had some tattoos put on for the radiotherapy. So basically I've got a dot there. I have shown this in one of my recent vlogs. I've actually shown the dot. It's a bit of a funny colour green dot. It's very tiny, but I've got one there and then one either side, and that's how they line me up in the radiotherapy machine. So if I gain weight or lose weight too much, then those tattoos move. And yeah, they've said it's okay. They could rescan me and realign them or whatever, but that's just a waste of their time, isn't it? And I don't really want to be doing that. So yeah, I'm just trying to maintain at the moment as best I can, but I do think that I will be in full weight loss mode again in the next couple of weeks. I do think that's what I kind of want to do. I want to kind of feel energized, and I want to try and get some exercise. At the moment I've got no energy and no time at all to exercise, but I really want to. I think it will make me feel better. I'm doing the school run, I'm walking to school, that's sort of 10 minutes each way. But yeah, it's just getting time to fit it all in and look after myself. So I thought I would just do that update really, because in honesty, I don't think I'm going to be putting out a whole load of content over the next couple of weeks. I did do a weekend vlog, like what I'm eating in a weekend. I did that last weekend. I was feeling much more sprightly, so that will go out. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be a huge amount of content, because I just need to get through this treatment. Like I say, there is a radiotherapy vlog coming, but I only expect that to appeal to anyone who's kind of interested in the radiotherapy journey. So I really, really appreciate all of the lovely messages I get. I really appreciate you all sticking with my channel. I know it's been so up and down, and you know, come the nice spring weather and the summertime, the content will come back, and yeah, hopefully things will move into a much more positive direction. But yeah, I just really want to say a massive thank you for sticking with me. I know it has been so flaky, and you know, I just wanted to just explain why. Really, I am so very grateful. So I think that's kind of all I needed to say, really. Like I said, I hope you are all really well and you're all getting on okay. Thank you so much as always for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.